I literally picked my own background, but I guess I'm in Italy right now. I'm in motherfucking Italy. That's cute. Let's see who pop up. Hey y'all. I got some shit to say, y'all. Hey y'all. Happy motherfucking Black History Month to all my motherfucking indigenous original beings. How y'all doing tonight? Well, it's the morning now. I just saw some disturbing ass shit, y'all. Some shit I will get blocked for 9 months for. I screen recorded it and I will be sharing this on my YouTube channel just to prove my motherfucking point. Okay, it was a whole bunch of people talking about this Whoopi Goldberg incident, y'all. Did y'all see how they canceled Whoopi Goldberg for talking about the Jews? Now, if you are as in tuned, okay, as I am, you already know. It was Caucasoids, okay, talking about how Whoopi Goldberg does not have the right, and she backtracked like it's 6'6". Look, 66. Look, she backtracked on everything she said. This lady ended up saying, she literally said the Jews were a part of the diaspora. Now, then they start talking about the Holocaust and getting all off the fucking scene, y'all. It was crazy. They start talking about, she started comparing Whoopi Goldberg to Hitler. Her shit just started to not make sense. She didn't understand the definition of race, y'all. I tried to get live, but they don't never let the guru get live. Like when I started screen recording, I wish I could have got the very beginning. Yes, girl, mine was motherfucking blown. When I tell you, she said that they were part of the diaspora. Like, yeah, we had to do, she was so confused. Like, she couldn't even answer basic questions. She was just like, eventually she was like, it's just a trigger. You know what I'm saying? She's like, if a white person would have said that completely, everybody wouldn't have paid attention. But since it was a black person, she literally was saying that and was feeling so uncomfortable, but then was like backtracking and trying to do a trauma response. She was basically trying to justify, she said, she was trying to justify, like, as if black people didn't die during the Holocaust. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was trying to be like, okay, if you're black, you're not from Judea. I was like, is this how Jews really feel? They kept cutting the black girl off. They kept talking over her. Just like if you actually watched the Whoopi Goldberg's interview, she was being constantly talked over. You know what I'm saying? And I understand as black people, you know what I'm saying? As Negroids, the original, you know what I'm saying, race, okay, the supreme beings as we are, you know, we like to, you know what I'm saying, use our etiquette and let people get in everything that they want to fit in. But anytime we start talking, we either get cut off, interrupted, okay, onto commercial, that part. And that is being seen, okay, that we are supreme. And people want to be all up in the it just blew my mind. And she was saying everything that she said prior to that Whoopi Goldberg has no right saying when she's saying she's not an original Jew, even though Whoopi Goldberg is an ancestral last name of a family member who was a Jew. She doesn't subscribe to any religion, but she took on this name because of the way she grew up as a child. So I was just fucking confused. Like, is this? Then she went on to saying the Jewish woman, and if you study anthropology and sociology and things of that nature, race is basically only three genotypes of race. Okay. If this type of conversation makes you feel uncomfortable, okay, this is not the channel for you. Okay. And all you have to do is make yourself more comfortable by just going to something that resonates with you at this time. Okay. I just want to make sure I get that out of here, because we don't want no negative energies up here on this eye of Ra. All right. No, I'm talking about a TikTok live that just happened today. I just recorded this. It could have happened yesterday, but it was about the Whoopi Goldberg situation, about her comment about the Jews. I got to listen to most of it, but basically there was nothing that she said wrong. There was nothing that Whoopi Goldberg said wrong. Now, I can play it, and we gonna see. Okay, yep, on the View. Hold on. Yeah, because she was okay. I'm finna play that for y'all. Let me see if this is it. So yeah, y'all. I was like on Black History Month too. This some type of shit.
To make a comment about it. The View co-host Whoopi Goldberg suspended for 2 weeks.
Okay. This better not just be clips.
Joy Behar stepped in as moderator today, giving Whoopi's suspension just a 7-second mention before.
I want to hear the. I'm trying to look for the.
Sent last night to
I'm trying to look for the
ABC News announcing the suspension and revealing that Whoopi was asked to take time to reflect and learn about the impact of her comments. After making the false Holocaust,
she done already apologized for this shit. Whoopi Goldberg, why are you apologizing for shit? Hold on, y'all. We finna get into this, because the way that they was talking, like, first of all, she basically showed me the mind of her race. Okay, she spoke as being Jewish as a race and not a religion, right? This is what she said at first. So she said, if you're not from, what did she say? So basically, basically Jerusalem, because I know exactly what she's talking about. She's like, if you don't have ancestry directed to there, she was like, did Whoopi Goldberg's mother tell her about her great Holocaust surviving ancestors at night for bedtime stories and shit like that? I was like, what the fuck does that have to do if she's a Jew or not? She basically told everybody that she's Jewish, and she's making a comment about something that her ancestry subscribes to. So basically that's still her, even though she doesn't subscribe to it, right? Like, my family are Christians, even though I don't subscribe to, full-blown Christianity. You know what I'm saying? Like, so what's the problem? I want to find the full video. I wish I could find the full clip right now for y'all on live, but basically she didn't say anything wrong. Let me see, original video. Because I want to find it. I don't want to see her fucking apologizing. The only thing that I see on here is her apologizing. But on the live, the girl played it on the live, though. That's the crazy part. she just basically was saying it has nothing to do with race. Being Jewish has nothing to do with race. Like, she wasn't saying anything wrong. Friend, you got her. You was right. Seen the video for myself. Thank you. Look, bro, like, thank you for coming through. Like, it was just crazy. And then she just started backtracking. Like, it was just crazy. Like, she was trying to make it seem like what the Jewish people went through in the Holocaust wasn't what black people were going through since before. She even made the 6,000 year comment. She said for 6,000 years. That's about how long you motherfuckers have existed. Like, we know this for a fact. And the reason why they're scared is because they're finding out the truth. And they can't explain why they have no proof. But we do. They're getting fucking upset, feeling some type of way just because we're teaching them, we're giving, you know what I'm saying? We're bringing knowledge their way. And then they switch face. They motherfucking shapeshift. She look, comedy with it, look. She fucking shape-shifted, she went straight narcissistic. She switched her fucking comment. She switched her fucking demeanor. She tried to make it seem like, oh girl, a sister. She tried to make it seem like, you know what I'm saying, she didn't say what she said. She didn't say that just because Whoopi Goldberg was black that she shouldn't have a comment about being Jewish because she's not Jewish because she's black. You have to look like me because Jewish is a race, not a faith. Yeah, because you don't subscribe. You just steal and hide. Okay, with the eye. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is Black History Month. We have the eye. Y'all, this wasn't supposed to be my original background, but they put a bitch in Italy. I had a fresh ass background. Kind of wanted to promote my shit, but you know how I go when you original. We're gonna have to make it do what it do. Happy Black History Month, Soul Tribe. For real though. For real though. Happy motherfucking Black History Month. I can't believe that she said that they were part of the diaspora. We got perjury. The offense of willfully telling an untruth in court after having taken an oath or affirmation. Upon creation, you took an oath. And you know what oath I'm talking about. You're committing spiritual perjury. She thought she did something on that live. Boy, she was sweating. Man, we was like, what the? And then the lady was like, oh, I did not kick her off. I didn't kick her off. But then 2 Jews popped up after that. Kicked off Hugh and put on 2 Jews. So TikTok won't. I was like, I would have been blocked. If I had 1,000 motherfuckers on here giving me gifts. Right. You know what I'm saying? If I had 1,000 motherfuckers giving me gifts. The greed, the read. Look, that's why they didn't want to put me on comedy. They didn't want to put me on. They did not want to put me on. She really would have been sweating. Like I said, they don't own the grounds that we walk on. It's like they're lost at sea. They're fucking lost at sea, collective. That's what it is. I was like, put me on. The bitch didn't want to put me on. Putting on another Jew. First of all, you're not original Jew. They wrote about you. They wrote about you. Y'all share this live. Cause we finna see how long they finna put me in motherfucking TikTok jail on Black motherfucking History Month. First time I went to jail, bitch, they gave me a 9-month sentence. Looking kind of fucking familiar. Looking kind of Satan. I'm just saying, looking kind of Satan. Y'all follow me on YouTube. It's in my bio. Freshie was just claiming stuff. Man. Then she was like, I will never, the Holocaust, and then gas, I would never judge people on their race. And she was right. She didn't say anything because, oh girl, the sister was all like, tell me what you heard her say that was so wrong. She said, did you watch it? She said, yes, I watched it, the original. She said, did you watch the original interview or just watch what you seen on TikTok? She was like, no, I seen everything she said. She's like, okay, so since you keep backtracking, what exactly did you hear her say that triggered you in that way? She had nothing to fucking say. I was like, not that you're right, my African queen. I have nothing. She said, I don't know. She's like, she compared it to a fucking banana. The girl compared it to a banana. She said, I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. It's like somebody asking you how does a banana taste? I don't know, like a banana. How do you explain how the banana tastes? Sweet? You can use your fucking senses? Your fucking senses? Oh, your senses? Oh, you don't have one of those. Oh. That's the reason for the senses. The body count. They didn't want me on there. Comedy. Look, they already know what it's hitting for. They don't want nobody that's crown is all the way motherfucking ground. Look, crown, ground. They don't want the crown ground. The non-distracted, the critical thinker. Hell no. Hell no. They saw the guru. They said, oh no. For real. Fuck how they feel. It's Look, it's Black History Month. Do it on this month though. They only give us one. We better do it the fuck up. They only give us one with the shortest days. That's all we need. We don't need that much time. Thank you. We get her done. Black History Month. We get her done. We get her done. Five of Pentacles in reverse. We get her done. All my advanced readers, we get it done. Y'all don't want nervous, stressed out. That's y'all energy that y'all been protecting on us for so long. And now that we in the age of motherfucking Aquarius, new moon energy. Oh, bitch, we taking it all back. Don't y'all feel that shit? Don't you feel the, give me my shit. That breath word, give me my motherfucking shit. My right. Not tonight. Gotta fight off a motherfucking demon. Not the dooming, the demon. Cause we the only ones that been doing the shit. You must trying to give me a reading. Say that. Period. Thank y'all for the love and likes, love bugs. I appreciate the love because I need all your protection. Okay, protect the high priest at all cost. I cannot die. I'm going to come back alive And it might be someone close to you. You're going to feel it lifetime after lifetime. I am aligned with divine mind. Okay? Look, told you this day stroll, this day motherfucking energy. Look how much we went through. And we still standing. Happy Black motherfucking History Month. Okay? My Negroids. Okay? Indigenous. According to the Association of Physical Anthropology, you know, they actually deem this genetic category as damaging to the human experience. I'm doing all the loving, friend. Thank you. We need some more comedy in our motherfucker. We need to laugh about this shit. Laugh. Y'all pride. Look how y'all let the devil. Y'all didn't realize. You were fooled more than we. You thought you were being the cruel one? The devil is a test. Everybody see that Capricorn energy. Imagine your job is to be Capricorn like Kronos. His job was to evolve the human race. That was his motherfucking job. And if the human race didn't understand that, it was his job to destroy it so that anew. Okay? Commit. Anew. Now, if this type of message offends you, it's because it's the truth. She said, I need a female like you. I'm like, come on in. Okay, we finna be on, I finna go to, Clubhouse with y'all too, but y'all follow me on YouTube because I can't really talk about this shit here like that, but I do what it do, and if I go to motherfucking jail, oh well. Look, y'all follow me on YouTube, follow me on Instagram, cause look, they can't stop me. I'ma just keep hopping motherfucking profiles. I get out of jail here, I go there, I get out of jail. But that's why I need help. You know what I'm saying? Donations. Don't forget to tip your favorite psychic, okay? Cause it's fucking good luck. All right, especially, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to find, you know what I'm saying, these truths and these messages and people who are actually not afraid, okay, to do this type of work. Because yes, we get psychically fucking attacked. Okay, we get stalked, we get MK'd, ultra'd, we get all types of shit. It's hard to be a divine motherfucking child of God. It is the hardest work it is to do because, you know what I'm saying, you can't afraid to speak the truth. Live by the code. Die by the faith. I cannot die, so what did you really assassinate? I'm still here. Protecting my grounds. My hue. My earth. My planet. Not the crazy eye. Not the crazy fucking awareness. He said, you looking at my journey? Y'all seen the new guy? Look, the new guy, the word around town is the new guy. It's the awakening. The new guy is representative of the awakening. Thank you, love bugs, for the love and likes. Okay. Hell yeah, if that's what you want to be. I can tell you one thing, you ain't got to go to school to be a nurse. Dr. Sabi said that. Love your energy, because I know one thing. They trying to thank you, love your energy too. If they trying to violate your rights as a human being, not to fucking experiment on your motherfucking genetic makeup so they can hide what they made up. That's what's going on. And I feel it. Motherfuckers has got the evil eye on a bitch. They know who I is. They got the evil eye on the bitch because they know who I is. Yeah, you can be an RN. But one thing I know, I mean, you can get the education in or whatever. You could be like a doula, like somebody who just takes house calls and does it cheaper for insurance, and you promote your business. Like, you can get the degree, but that don't mean you gotta work for, you know what I'm saying? You can work for yourself. Yeah. It's just gonna take time. So as long as you're willing to put the time in, comedy, I feel like yes, you will become an RN. You'll become whatever you want to become because your visualization skills is real. You have the melanin. You have the genius gene, the Eve gene, divine feminine, divine masculine energy. All you gotta do is balance that shit out. Any fear, doubt, cast that shit out. Period. You gotta be loyal to yourself. Okay? Happy Black History Month, y'all. It's time to be loyal to ourselves. I'm a event planner now, period. Now you just gotta work on the root. Working on the love, heart chakra. But that shit was real, y'all. I was like, whew. Yes. Is your boyfriend cheating? Yes. He's saying he's going out drinking with the boys. Y'all, man. The strength of our confidence is at an all-time high. If you got confidence in your creativity right now, you're fucking winning. Congratulations. Shit, you're on the first 32 fucking paths of leaving the motherfucking material world. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the motherfucking devil, okay? Seeing people that belong to him leave. Awaken, free, out of hell, spiritually. That means you got your soul back. You know, like when you die, you come back to life. If y'all want some readings, my mini readings, a full spread, okay, they're $20 right now, y'all, because it's late. It's going to take a lot of energy out of me, but my readings are accurate, and you will get what you pay for. So if you got Cash App or PayPal options, let me know and I'll tag you. If you're happy, that means you're on the right path. Some of these questions I can just answer, but some of these questions are really in depth, and that's how much I charge, y'all. If you catch me earlier in the day, you know, my readings are only $12.12, but after 12 a.m., they are this late, and I only planned on giving this Black History fucking message, honestly, y'all. I love doing my job, y'all, but I just want you to understand it is a job, and you know what I'm saying? I don't want them putting, you know what I'm saying, these injections in my arm just so that I can take care of my family. I'd rather struggle. Ooh, period. I'd rather die. Okay? Because I'm going to come back to life, okay? At a better time. Because my soul is mine. That's why I'm free. Okay? That's on me, baby. It ain't on nobody but me. I hope my brother girlfriend pregnant. I want to be an uncle so bad. Aw. Yep, sometimes it's better just to be an aunt or an uncle. Whew. It must be time for me to go to sleep, y'all. Appreciate myself. Look, hey, Empress need her a fucking beauty rest. They took the motherfucking royal, they took the Holy Grail for granted. Like, what? They took the Holy Grail for granted. They said, no, don't give me the emotional truth. Don't give me my emotional truth. Was that a yes? Okay, look, listen, Erica, I already said I'll charge $20 and I will get all up into it. I tell you if he's cheating, I tell you what he's doing, all that. Use your intuition. If you think he's teaching, okay, look, reaching. If you think he's reaching and teaching, you know what I'm saying? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. Okay, they're stuck in their ways. I hate this fucking filter. All right, have a good night. All right, y'all. But yeah, I had to get this Black History message real quick. I'm surprised, y'all. It actually went well. I'm going to upload it, y'all, if y'all didn't get to catch the beginning of it, because I think this shit was funny as hell. All right. Yes, welcome to Guru TV, where they want more receipts from me than from the CDC. All right, stay wholesome, family.
And you just explained it so clearly that I don't have to explain anything else. She considers herself a Jew. A Jewish person. We don't know if she went through conversion and all that stuff. She was raised around the culture. So I don't know per se, but I'm telling you what she said. So all my life, I figured she was Jewish, but you're saying that as a black person cannot be Jewish. So there's nothing else for me to say.
No,
guys.
A black person can be Jewish, because the Jews from Judea, from the Middle East, we were sent into the diaspora, which means that we were sent all over the world, including Africa. You know, generations and generations and generations back. So black people who are Jewish are black, but they are still indigenous to the Middle East. We all have different colors. Jews come in every single color. There are Chinese Jews.
That's exactly
African Jews.
What Whoopi Goldberg was saying. That's exactly what she was saying. That last part you just said, that's all she was saying. That's all she was saying. Because if you look at everything she said, what you just said is basically why she made that statement. And you said
not
that
all people from Africa are indigenous to Judea. Some people indigenous to Judea were that, but it has to carry. She has to know that her mother was Jewish, and her mother was Jewish, and her mother was Jewish, and her mother was Jewish, in order to have lived the Jewish experience. Because we have been running for so long, and the black community has been running, and you guys have the police coming after you. I can walk down the street. Look, I am white passing, okay? Like, no one has ever bothered me because of the way that I look. I have that privilege. I totally understand that the black community does not have that privilege. And there are no words for how sorry I am that is a burden that you have to carry for no other reason than for the color of your skin. That is wrong, and it's horrible. And I stand with you, and I just don't want to ever compare our traumas, because what your community has been through is it's so horrible that I can't even speak of it. And what's happened to my people is so horrible that I can't even speak of it. Therefore, I can't compare things that I can't even speak of because they're so horrible.
But see, you started off your point of saying that Whoopi should not talk about something or her culture, a culture that she's not a part of. But even if you don't consider that she converted, she says that she is Jewish. So first of all, that kills your point 100%, because if she says she's Jewish, and pretty much by her whole story timeline, she was raised that way. I can even go further to say, I think I saw an article, and now this can be wrong, about an adopted mom or something like that, that actually was the person who got her into it. So, okay, so your first point,
Reuters saying, she said, the true story is my family is Jewish, Buddhist, Baptist, and Catholic, none of which I subscribe to, by the way. I don't believe in man-made religions, so I took the last name from a Jewish ancestor.
And so if ethnicity is in play, she's still ethnically Jewish. But the person I'm talking to, Miss Anna, said that's impossible. That's not possible, because she would have to be from Judea. Now, Whoopi Goldberg has had an ancestry test done, and you guys can all look to that. So her ethnicity would not be on that test. So she's saying it to herself, her ethnicity is Jewish. So the first point is that this person, Anna, said nobody should talk on the Jewish experience because, she's Black, and Black people don't have
no. Stop. I'm going to clarify what I said. I'm going to clarify what I said. I was speaking specifically about the Holocaust, not the Jewish experience. The Holocaust.
So Ethiopian Jews can't be upset if they weren't there during the Holocaust, because they're Jewish too.
But do they have relatives who died in the Holocaust?
Listen, I might have had relatives that passed in the Holocaust.
But you don't know. I know that my great aunt, my great uncle, this great grandparent, that great grandparent, those cousins, they were all killed. I know they were killed. I see it in the family tree. They're gone.
Let me finish what I'm saying, though. I said I could have, because I'm going to bring up the fact that Black people were killed in the Holocaust as well. But let me jump back from that.
They were. You're right.
I'm pretty sure that I don't have ancestors, but I still feel sad for what happened in the Holocaust.
Well, I could say that I feel sad and can speak about slavery.
Yes,
but it's not my experience to share.
Everybody should feel sad. Everybody should feel. We're talking about one specific statement that I just made.
But I wouldn't speak on the experience of someone whose ancestors went through slavery, because that is not what yes, we were slaves in the land of Egypt, but we're talking about like within the past 300 years. That generational trauma is in our bones. We feel it in our bones. When you hear something prejudiced, when you hear something racist toward you, it hits you in your bones. And when somebody speaks this way about the Holocaust, it radiates through us. It's painful. It's physically painful. And my point with her speaking about the Holocaust is that the truth of the matter is the Holocaust happened because the mustache man decided that the Jews were a race of people that needed to be exterminated. He saw them as a race. He saw us as a race. Neo-Nazis today see us as a race. Therefore,
can I talk now? You must have not been on the whole time. I said this, and I'll say it again. Hitler's idiot ass was incorrect about classifying you guys as a race. He was incorrect because there was a definition for race. He did classify you guys as a race, but out of his own ignorance. That we already talked about a long time ago.
It wasn't ignorance. It wasn't ignorance. He knew. He lied. He lied. He knew.
That's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse if he lied about it. But at the end of the day, though, you said Whoopi Goldberg doesn't have any hair in the game. But if she's ethnically Jewish now she read a good thing. The host read something that explained that her ancestor was Goldberg, because everybody keeps saying she just picked a random name to get into TV, but her ancestor was Goldberg.
Do you think her mother at night would tell her stories about all the cousins and aunts and uncles that died in the Holocaust? Do you think that
happened or not? How do you know if that happened or not? I'm not discussing.
So you're saying that it's possible that Whoopi Goldberg had immediate family who died in the Holocaust?
Whoopi Goldberg is a product of the transatlantic slave trade as well. So
Holocaust happened in the 40s.
But listen to what I'm saying, though. Family history for people who are part of that system is not it's not given, even for things that happened in the 1940s.
That's the point. The Jews, we do keep track. We do keep track. That's why we've stayed a people for 6,000 years. We know who we are. There's never a question as to whether or not a person is Jewish in the sense that they are living the Jewish experience.
But you're
not living the Jewish experience. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't make her Jewish enough for you. And why is that?
Because she's not affected by the Jewish experience. She's affected by a different experience. She is not someone who goes to school and you're the only one that isn't celebrating Christmas, and you're the one whose neighbors are chasing after you, sicking the dogs after you, calling you the horrible slurs and calling me a Christ killer when I was 7 years old, growing up thinking that there was something wrong with me, growing up thinking that I killed Jesus, growing up and learning what happened to my people. Do you know what it's like to be 11 years old and to be introduced to the world of the Holocaust? Do you know what that does? Do you know what it feels like to look at those pictures and know that you could have been related to one of those people? I would think.
So this is the thing. I empathize with you 100%. I do. Like, literally, I empathize with you. But the thing is, the first thing you said, I understand the history. I'm not talking about that. The point I'm trying to get out of you more so than anything is the first thing you said is, if you don't have any ties to this, don't speak on things you don't have ties to.
That's not what I said. 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 What I said is that she had misinformation. The misinformation was that the Holocaust was not about race. And she thought that she knew well enough to say on national television that it wasn't about race. And that was the problem. The fact that she was so sure that she was right, that she didn't stop to think, maybe I should check in on this. Because even I, as a Jewish person, I'm very careful about what I say about our people and our religion, because we're very picky about representation. We don't want bad representation, because that's how we end up getting murdered. And so I just lost my train of thought. What was the point? I'm sorry.
You have to keep up with what you're saying. I get that part. But you said that nobody who doesn't have like the ethnic religious background shouldn't be speaking on the Holocaust.
No, that's not what I said. If that's how it came out, I said it wrong.
Everybody is saying that's what you said. That's what you said.
Okay, listen. If I said that, I said it wrong.
We just
let me clarify it.
Let me connection.
Okay,
and I said the reason why I believe she said that is because she was actually pointing out more so to the fact that you can be a Jewish person and have a different race. So that's why she said it wasn't about race. But you clarified to me that you cannot just be Jewish and it be any race. And if you so happen to convert, it's a long process that you don't know if Whoopi went through or not. So at the beginning, when I came in here, I said, I have a feeling this whole thing is more so about anti-Blackness. I had the host play what she had. What she played was a little snippet and it sounded horrible. I said, play the rest. She played the rest and it got silent in the comments for a long time, because what she was basically saying is that it wasn't about race, so to say that any Jewish person could be of any race. Race, being Jewish is an ethnicity. So if you're saying to me that that's not true, I can only believe you, sis.
So let me explain it this way. So if I were to make a comment about the Holocaust as a Jewish person, let's say someone asked me, was the Holocaust about race? Even as a Jewish person, I would stop and I would think about it and I would say, was the Holocaust about race? Because all of the conversation throughout all these centuries about whether or not Judaism is a race or an ethnicity or a religion confuses all of us, including us. So if someone said to me, was the Holocaust about race? I would immediately stop. Even though I know that I'm Jewish, even though I should know the answer, it doesn't mean that I do. And if I think I know the answer, I'm going to go make sure that the answer is correct, because I don't want to spread misinformation. And it's all about knowing when to stop. It's not about what you say. It's about when to stop. Like, she just could have stopped, right? Like, she didn't have to share that opinion about whether or not she thought that the Holocaust was about race or not, because she didn't stop to think about it and look into it, because race is a social construct, but it's a very challenging thing for us to wrap our brains around, because critical race theory has not been acknowledged until now. So we're all calibrating and trying to figure out how all of this works.
Did you actually watch what she said? Did you watch everything, or did you get your information like off of TikTok videos?
I saw what she said.
So that's why I don't understand how anybody could come to the conclusion of anything that you've said so far. Like, she basically was saying that you could be any race but have this ethnicity. Right, and basically it was a kumbaya moment.
Right, but we're talking about
it was atrocious what happened to the Jewish people in the Holocaust. Where I'm just trying to figure out, I've been all day trying to figure out.
So here's what it is. Here's what it is.
Even though she considers herself of Jewish heritage of some sort.
It's about anti-Semitic tropes. So the anti-Semitic tropes are the things like our big noses, whether we're a race or a religion, even things about our appearance, things about how we control the media. That's an old Jewish trope, and we call it a trope because it's been used over and over and over again throughout the centuries to make people think that the Jews are not people. And so when you hear the rhetoric, you're hearing the rhetoric. You're hearing the rhetoric and the dog whistles. And that's the thing where you have to believe Jewish people. When we tell you that something is a dog whistle, when we tell you that something isn't right, when we tell you that something is problematic, when we tell you that something is anti-Semitic, we need you to believe us.
Okay, so what is the definition? Because I got to hurry up and get these words in. Semitic herself, and she didn't bring up any of those stereotypes you talked about. And like you said, I can't tell you how you feel. I've already said this before, but she did not bring any tropes up. She explained that race was not the factor because of the definition of race. What is the definition of race? I know what it is. You read it. Look up some 15th century writings as well. Look up how they drew what races were races. Look up the names of the races.
I don't know. I don't know how else to explain this.
I can simply tell you what a race is. The people who invented race said that there were 3 races. They were Mongoloid, they were Negroid, and that they were Caucasoid. Whatever ones of those bone structures and phenotypes that you fit into, that is your race. Now, with your strong, long history and documented history, there's things about you and your group that shows evidence of ethnicity. It shows evidence of culture. That has nothing to do with race. So when she says the Holocaust wasn't about race, and then she continues to talk about it was basically white people versus white people, she's talking about because there's only 3 races when we're talking about that social construct you keep saying, but you didn't even know the definition of. It wasn't a race.
Saw us as a race.
And I agree with that. I agree with that.
He tried to convince the whole world that we were a race. Therefore, it is about race.
Can I tell you, I agree that he said those things, but that doesn't mean that he could change the definition of what race is, and that doesn't change what Whoopi Goldberg was talking about.
It influences the way that people think.
So you're talking about Hitler's thoughts versus Whoopi Goldberg's thought, and how much power does Whoopi Goldberg have over anybody? To control your finances, to control if you get a job, to control if you're killed by the police. She didn't. All she said was it wasn't about race. And if you look at the definition of race, it wasn't about race. It couldn't have been about race by definition. Now, what she said doesn't go with what Hitler said, but she wasn't really talking about Hitler per se and his thought processes. And that's the only thing that I wanted to get across in general, is that we have to separate what she was saying as the facts of the definition versus what Hitler was saying. And we have to understand that Whoopi Goldberg is nowhere on the status of Hitler. She could never, ever in her life do anything to cause that harm to you guys. Ever. I don't think she ever would. She considers herself Jewish. This is all the circle I've been saying this whole time. I don't understand why people aren't getting it. And then you said if nobody has this heritage, they shouldn't speak on it. And then when we show you that she considers this heritage, your answer to that is that she has to be born in Judea. Make it make sense, Anna?
I'm trying. I am in good faith trying to explain this, and it's so hard because it's so hard to explain. The problem is not you. The problem is that it's so hard to explain. That's the problem. I don't know how to explain something that cannot be explained. How can I explain it? I don't know. I could write a book. I could draw diagrams. I mean, and it's not you. This isn't about you. This is the problem, is that we as Jewish people do not know how to express what we're trying to get across. And that has been used against us for years. Not by you, not by Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg is not anti-Semitic. Whoopi Goldberg did not say anything anti-Semitic. Whoopi Goldberg said something that all these anti-Semites are going to hear and go, see, it's not this, it's not that, blah, 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 blah. And they're going to use it and they're going to weaponize it against us. It doesn't matter whether they're saying we're a race or not a race. It's the fact that the conversation is taking place that is the problem. It's so nuanced that I don't have the word capacity, maybe I'm not smart enough. I don't know what it is, but I don't know how to explain something. It's like trying to explain to someone what a banana tastes like. It tastes like a banana. Like, how do I tell you what a banana tastes like? Right? It's the same thing. I can't explain the experience. Just like most people can't really explain their trauma to people because it's trauma, it's physical. When it's physical, it's hard to explain what it is, right? It's physical, and it's something we hear. We're always on the run, right? We always have a bag packed. We're always ready to hit the road, because the second that we start hearing certain things, we're getting ready. Like we're packing the bags, you know, because we know what to listen for. And when the Jews say never again for the Holocaust, that's how we do it, is we're hearing it and we're aware of it, and we're trying to draw attention to it so people will understand, but then people don't understand. So then we have to decide whether we're going to stay and try and make people understand, or if we're going to run. Because if we try and make people understand, there could be another Holocaust. If we run, someone else might try to kill us. We're always trying to run between this risk factor and that risk factor. Everything is a threat for us. Everything is a threat. We are very hyper vigilant people, because we have been tricked so many times throughout history. We have been tricked into thinking that we were Germans first. We were tricked into thinking that we were assimilated, and then all of a sudden we weren't so assimilated anymore, and then they wiped us out. We have to be so hyper vigilant. This has been taught to me since I was young, that if you hear certain things and you hear them within a certain period of time, you figure out where your exits are. It's a lot like anyone who was traumatized by something, that trigger, whatever that trigger is, it sends you into a panic because you know what it means. And I can't explain in words the fear and the trauma that comes into my body when I hear those words. And it's not about policing Whoopi Goldberg. It's not about that. I don't even care if she gets suspended. I don't think she needs to be suspended. That's silly. I mean, I don't see the point in that. The point is that what needs to happen, she doesn't need to be punished. She doesn't need to be fired. She doesn't need to be suspended. What needs to happen is, as it was suggested earlier, they need to bring on people onto the show to talk about the issue that her comments arose, right? We need to talk about the issue. I do not believe that she should be canceled, suspended, anything like that. I don't think she's anti-Semitic. I don't think she's a bad person. I think she's great. I love Whoopi Goldberg. I watched her for years, and then I've watched her ever since she's been on The View. I think she's fantastic. I absolutely love her. And when she said what she said, my reaction was, ooh, not a, it was a, ooh, like, ooh, you just said something, ooh, you know, because I know she doesn't mean it.
Can you explain to what you heard? Okay, I can explain to you what you're going through. And I'm going to talk about it. Okay, I'm going to explain to you what you're going through. You're going through, you just experienced, you said you've experienced trauma and you're having a trauma response. So I'm here to tell you that your trauma response, it's happening towards the wrong person, and the reasons why it's happening towards the wrong person. So what I want to know is, what did you hear her say? You said you watched the whole thing. And earlier in this live, we heard the whole thing. So I want to know, what did you hear her say?
It was simply the...
Did you watch the whole thing? Be honest, Anna. Did you watch the whole thing that she said?
Yes, I watched the whole thing, but I'm talking about those specific words. It's a trauma response. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. It's not logical. It's not logical. It's a feeling. And we're not condemning her. I'm not condemning her. She's fine. I have no problem with her. I'm not mad at her. I'm not firing her. I'm not canceling her. I still like her. You hear the words. It's the words. It's not the logic. It's not about the context. It's not about the context, because the words that she used, she didn't mean to use. There was nothing malicious behind it. She does not have an anti-Semitic bone in her body. She is an ally to us. I love Whoopi Goldberg. I have no issues with Whoopi Goldberg. She is absolutely fantastic. It was the words, just the words. That's it. It's kind of like if you've been bitten by a dog and you come up across another dog, a friendly dog that isn't going to bite you, your body will immediately retract and go, oh my God, it's a dog. And then you could say, oh, well, it's not the same dog. It's just because that happened with that other dog doesn't mean it's going to happen with this dog. Well, no, but your body doesn't know that. Your body reacts. So when you hear it.
Can I interrupt you one more time? Because I'm about to be done. You said all that I needed to say. And I hope some Jewish people tell me that this isn't true. Because if this is what it is, then it's not good. But anyways, so in the beginning of our conversation, you broke down that there's no way that people who don't have Jewish ethnicity or ancestry, blah, 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 they shouldn't be speaking on the Holocaust, especially if they don't have a history towards the Holocaust. That's the first thing you said. We kept talking and talking and talking. And then I asked you what the definition of race was. You couldn't tell me what the definition of race is. I had to tell you what the definition of race is. And anybody in here that studies sociology, psychology, anthropology, they wouldn't disagree with me about the definition of race. Okay. So moving on from that, then you said.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
Not me.
No, TikTok has been going kind of crazy. So because some people have asked, I'm going to play the video again, just because some people have said to play it. Maybe. Apparently, I'm not going to play it.
Man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about. But it can't. Well, also, if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. No. It's not about race. It's about a different race. But it's not about race. It's not about race. What is it about? Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about. But it's about white supremacy. It's not about ideal race. But these are two white groups of people. Well, how do we have to see them as white? But you're missing the point. You're missing the point. The minute you turn it into race, it goes down this alley. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other. It's a problem. It doesn't matter if you're black or white, because black, white, Jews, Italian, everybody eats each other. So if you're uncomfortable, if you hear about mouse, should you be worried? Should your child say, oh my God, I wonder if that's me? No, that's not what they're going to say. They're going to say, I don't want to be like that. Well, hopefully. I want to be cool. Yeah. And most kids, they don't want to be cool. No, they don't. And we're living in an era where people are comparing vaccine cards to the yellow stars, where people are comparing vaccinations to what Anne Frank went through. Yeah. So it is necessary for kids to learn about
Yep. Same as what I watched earlier. I don't really know what to say. I feel like I don't know what to say. I said what I said. I don't know how else to explain it. Maybe there is another Jew or someone else who in the queue that can explain it, because I could repeat myself, but I don't know what else to say. You know. So
what she was saying about race, okay, so where I was at before, I don't know what just happened, but you said that you didn't understand the definition of race, and I explained it to you. And then after that, you said what triggered you is her saying that the Holocaust wasn't about race. So when I explained to you what race is, and can you see why she would say that at this point? She's not saying the Holocaust wasn't bad. She's not saying that Hitler didn't go after your ancestors for their ethnicity. She's saying literally your phenotype had nothing to do with the Holocaust.
I don't know. All I can explain again is a trauma response, dog whistles, the things that we hear, not because of who said it, but because of who hears it.
And I'll take
That's
that
all
because
I can say.
I know part of it is the trauma response, but I do feel like a lot of people's responding to her is anti-Black. But if you say this was a trauma response and you say that you know she's not anti-Semitic,
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. It can be anti-Black too. It can be both. The response to what she said could also be anti-Black.
Right, I agree.
It's not exclusive. I'm not saying that what is going on with her, the behavior isn't anti-Black. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying that the fact that they cut to commercial wasn't because she's Black. I know that she is being treated differently because she is Black. If a white person had said the exact same comments, they probably wouldn't have cut to commercial. They're two separate things. The fact that what she said was incorrect has nothing to do with the fact that she's still being silenced as a Black woman. They're two separate things colliding into one moment in time.
Okay, some of you guys in the comments are new here from this long ass discussion we've been having. So we have already discussed that Hitler had his own thing about race. The definition Whoopi Goldberg is going off about the word race has nothing to do with Hitler's definition. So that's where we're at on the race conversation. And I don't think she was comparing any experience. I'm reading the comments. I don't think she was comparing any experiences because she considers herself to have Jewish heritage. So I don't know how you guys take that. Anna said that it really doesn't happen that a Black person can.
That a what?
It's kicking her. I am not kicking her. That is TikTok being whatever. It's been kicking people out left and right. I don't do that. I tell people when I'm kicking them. Let's see. I believe Robin was in here earlier.
Oh, I got connected, so I'm back. Hello.
I did not kick her out. Stop saying that.
So I don't know if you have questions. I was on here earlier. I don't understand Tristan's point exactly about why she would. I mean, I understand. Obviously, we live in a racist culture, but this idea that that Whoopi's being gone after because she's Black as like a knee-jerk reaction, as opposed to like the words that she said, and I'm Jewish, by the way, in case that wasn't clear. I forgot if I said that. This whole conversation around race again, and Tristan talking about like these definitions. I didn't study sociology like that. I mean, I consider the Jewish people a people, I think is a simplifying way of saying it. Hitler certainly considered us a people. He used the word race, and while Whoopi Goldberg's talking about her modern conceptualization of race, but it's not like from a Jewish experience who we have generational trauma around the Holocaust to hear like a modern woke definition of race. It doesn't really validate our experience of being cattle cart to Auschwitz and gassed at Treblinka. So, I mean, I think that's just...
I don't know how to tell everybody in the comments. I did not kick Tristan. It dropped her connection. And secondly, she's not in there as a guest. So she's not in there. I can't bring her back. She's gone.
I think it can hold
just
three
say goodbye.
people.
She left. No, I didn't. I didn't kick her. Oh my God. That's like the 5th time she's been in here. Like, I have no reason to kick her out at all.
Hi.
So I don't know if there's like a question or I can give up my seat and let someone else go.
I don't know. I mean, there was a whole bunch of, I can't add 3 people. I'm not that powerful yet. They have not given it to me.
And did you say what you want to say? Are you resolved?
Yeah, no, I'll go. Bye.
Bye, Anna.
Bye.
Nice to meet you. Oh, just me now? There's going to be someone else coming, right? I'll let them go first.
Hello. Are you there? Oh, no. Oh, there's Tristan.
Oh, I'm back.
Hello.
I don't know.
For the record, I am not booting you out.
Now at 4:30, under fire, talk show host Whoopi Goldberg is apologizing and expressing regret after making a controversial comment about the Holocaust yesterday on The View.
So if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race.
Today, Goldberg said she misspoke and acknowledged her words upset many people. Jewish leaders in our area are hoping that controversy has turned into a teachable moment.
NBC's Tim Furlong has the latest on the controversy, the apology, and what can be learned from this moving forward.
It began with a Monday discussion on The View about the novel Mouse being banned in schools. It led to these Whoopi Goldberg comments on the Holocaust.
So if you're going to do this, then let's be truthful about it, because the Holocaust isn't about race. It's not about race.
What is it about?
Because it's about man's inhumanity to man.
But it's about white supremacy.
But these are two white groups of people.
She immediately took a ton of heat. Lots of people were angry. Lots more people saying she was just wrong.
Yes, I think it is a teachable moment.
Marcia Bronstein is with the American Jewish Committee representing Philadelphia and South Jersey. She appreciates and accepts Whoopi Goldberg's apology, but thinks it's now a good opportunity to remind everyone of the truth.
Hitler and the Nazis considered the Jews a subhuman race who did not deserve to live. Race often transcends one's color of skin, and the Nazis were determined to systematically annihilate those who they deemed were inferior. And the color of the skin really didn't matter.
Now, words matter, and mine are no exception.
Today on The View, Whoopi Goldberg again apologized and said she has learned a lot from this. The head of the Anti-Defamation League was also a guest on The View, with anti-Semitism on the rise here in the United States, including the Pittsburgh synagogue shooting, the recent hostage situation in Texas, and even more locally, the Jewish center intentionally burned at the University of Delaware. Jewish leaders say this is a good opportunity to clear the air and to get rid of any confusion about the horrors of the Holocaust, and to remind people racism against any group in any form is unacceptable.
And the Holocaust happened, and we need to learn from this genocide if we want to prevent future tragedies from happening.
Tim Furlong, NBC 10 News.
Hey, Soul Family. So I had to come back and reiterate on that interview that I uploaded as well, attached to this video, because, you know, that news broadcaster said something along the lines of Hitler deemed the Jews as an inferior race. So I was like, okay, inferior race, lower in rank, status, or quality. In my belief, I say my belief, okay? If you're offended by this, because it's the truth, I believe Hitler was karma. I really fucking do. They committed spiritual perjury. Okay? If you do not have access to your third eye and your heart chakra, you are inferior genetically. Okay? We can leave race out of it. Genetically, you are an inferior race. Okay? It's not about race. She was right. Okay? Only when the people look like you, okay, is it about race. Okay? That's when it's about race. But when we're harvested and killed on national TV, when then is race seen? Why is race then not seen? You know, I really feel like she shouldn't have fucking apologized. That's just me. Y'all let me know in the comment below. First of all, you're already committing perjury, spiritual perjury. You know the fucking truth. Like, I would just like, what? They just kept playing this little bit of clip. Like, she said nothing wrong. Like, what in that video did she say that wasn't true? I definitely feel like it's a learning experience for who? You? You are the people who need to fucking learn. We know what is hidden for. And I wish that us as a people would stop apologizing for the truth. I said this to a friend. I'm like, y'all know how when y'all start getting hang time and y'all start feeling that shit on your neck, you be like, hold on, what is that? Okay, it ain't a lace. Okay, it's the real trace. Okay, look. But I just really feel like, you know what I'm saying, especially this month, the only month we get out of the whole calendar, even though we invented the calendar, I just really feel like we should stop apologizing for the truth. You know what I'm saying? Just to make them feel better or, you know what I'm saying, superior and not inferior. I mean, if you only technically existed for 6,000 years, as long as people have been existing, y'all, this shit just gets too deep. Too deep. And like I said, I really wish I could have got the beginning of that live. But y'all can read the comments and y'all could tell everybody's like, what? Like, you're lying. You technically said that. And now you're lying. And it was just some shape-shifting motherfucking shit going on, y'all. So I hope y'all continue to wake up. All right? Peace, love, and light. Stay whole, soul family.